boys. In the lower left corner of the map in this best of 3 quarterfinals match, tied up 1-1, it is the red Protoss player Shox and his opponent in the upper right. Green and Terran is going to be Beastyqt with a very, very early SCV. I am quite curious what he plans to do with this. It might just be for some very quick scouting to make sure it doesn't happen again, but by the looks of it, it smells like an 11-11 Rax. So you'll notice the SCV is coming out a little bit earlier than, say, 11. This is because you get more income, more minerals. It's not the same timings that it is in StarCraft 2 normally, and that looks to be precisely what this is in fact going to be. Now the position he's chosen to take this is so far sort of off kilter that Shox won't and shouldn't scout this. And for Beasty, no less, like, it's kind of, how do I phrase this? There's going to be a clock on what he can get done here. So Marines, as stated before, have terrible range compared to StarCraft 2. Even kind of units like Zealots becomes a little bit harder due to the very, very small 4 range of those Marines. You can put a bunker down, and if he gets a bunker down, he's going to be in a good spot to win this game. But if Dragoons get out, and that +2 range gets researched, Beasty could just straight up be screwed. This is a very all-in tactic, and it's a risky one to take. We will see if it pays off or not, though. I wonder if the GameHard extension mod will work with STARBOW. If Beasty continues throwing a WikiCast, I'm gonna ask him to let me host the next one just to find out. But second gateway on the way, and Shox hasn't actually started creating any units yet. This could be a bit of a problem for him, of course, because there's gonna be Marines at his doorstep pretty promptly here. But of course, he's going to get a Dragoon out first, more so than a Zealot, and Beasty's gonna build this slightly out of vision of his opponents. Singularity charge has been started though, guys, and again, this is what makes it so difficult to deal with. Now, the nice thing for Beasty that's going to work out is the base is kind of closed off. Dragoons are going to eventually get cornered and can't kite any longer, allowing the Marines to connect. But leapfrogging his bunkers forward here, trying to get very close. Another bunker found, in my opinion. There we go, bunker being placed down. Beasty's got a safe spot to hide behind with this other bunker, of course, but for Shox, this doesn't change too much from StarCraft 2 normally, guys. You can deal with this with workers if pulled appropriately and soon enough, but Beasty might have just gotten an edge here by getting that first bunker down. There's a safety place to retreat in. There's a bunker now coming up in range of threatening units, so he can't just simply outrange this with Dragoons like you normally would, because if he does, he gives up the gateways, he gives up the pylon. Dragoon even fighting within range of the bunker because Singularity Charge is not quite done yet. Some more SCVs have been pulled, and quite frankly, guys, I don't know that Shox is going to hold this. It's going to be rough, if anything. Trying to focus on the pylon, though. Chasing out that Dragoon just a little bit, too. Dragoons, of course, do have projectiles. You can disjoint them by going into the bunkers, I would imagine. I've not seen anyone do it, but it would make sense. One of the gateways here getting low, but of course not quite dead yet. And SCV's still alive and more than capable to repair. By focusing on the geyser too and putting pressure here, this prevents additional Dragoons from coming out of this. Shox is going to be very limited on gas. Finally being fed up enough to pull some probes. 1 HP for the win on that Dragoon. But one of the gateways falls. Singularity Charge is complete. They have that range bonus, guys, but I don't know if 6 range is going to cut it. Again, they outranged the bunker by 1, but the Marine's just going to be microed here. And like I said earlier, Dragoon's eventually going to be forced to back into a corner. And looks like Beasty's cheese. I've not seen proper cheese yet in STARBOW, but for the first time, looks like it's going to work too, no less. Definitely has done enough damage, in my opinion, that he can fall back off of this. I mean, he's not making SCVs, but his opponent's down to 6. He's going all in because he wants to win, but if he needed to, he could macro out of this, which is what's really weird to consider. If only these bunkers were in range of that pylon, oh, that would be huge. Still getting back into the mineral line, tagging where he can. 5 workers is not a lot of income, even though Shox is trying to stay in this. It's looking pretty grim here. Now the Dragoon's going to fall because he accidentally let it get too close to the bunker. Again, these are units that should outrange the bunker at all times. As barrel stabilizers has not been researched, but Shox with a little bit of miscontrol here. And not quite the best micro is it's costing him a little bit, to say the least. Last gateway about to fall. Zealot doesn't quite come out. No mining going down. Is Shox sadly looks like he's going to go out of these series, or out of the series, but put up a pretty good fight. We'll see who Beasty ends up going against here in the semifinals. Shox says, "I got 2 Dragoons. I can still fight." 1 Dragoon left. 5 probes. Good game thrown down, and there you have it. Beasty will take it.